New Faces in the City by Thomas Ligotti. One must speak of the impostor city. There is never a design to arrive in this place. Destination is always elsewhere. Only when the end of one's journey is reached too soon, or by means of a strange route, may suspicions arise. Then, everything requires a doubting gaze. Yet, everything also seems above sensible question. On the occasion that one has set out for a great metropolis, here the very site of anticipation is found. Its monuments spread wondrously across bright skies, despite an unseasonable mist which may obscure its earthward landmarks. But here, one soon discovers, nightfall is out of pace. Perhaps it will occur unexpectedly early, bringing a darkness of an unfamiliar quality and duration. Throughout these smothering hours, there may be sounds that press strangely upon the fringes of sleep. The following day belongs to a dim season, and all the towers of the great metropolis have withered in a mist, which now lies upon low buildings, and has drawn a pale curtain across the sky. Through the mist, which hovers thick and stagnant, the city projects the features of its true face. Drab, crumpled buildings appear along streets which twist without pattern like cracks between the pieces of a puzzle. Dark houses bulge, neither stone nor wood. Their surface might be of decaying flesh breaking away at the slightest touch. Some of these structures are mere facades propped up by a void. Others falsify their interiors with crude scenes painted where windows should be, and where a true window appears, there is likely to be an arm hanging out of it, a stuffed and dangling arm with a hand whose fingers are too many or too few. Here and there, scraps of debris hop about with no wind to guide them. These are the only things that seem to move in these streets, though there is a constant scraping noise that follows one's steps. If one pauses for a moment to look into a narrow space between buildings, something may be seen dragging itself along the ground, or perhaps it has already laid itself across the street, obstructing the way that leads out of the city. This figure is only that of a dead-eyed dummy, yet when someone tries to step over the thing, its mouth suddenly drops open. At the time, this is the best the city can do, a sham of menace that has no life and deceives no one. Only later, when, in disgust, one has left behind this place of feeble impostures, will the true menace make itself known, and it begins when familiar surroundings inspire, on occasion, moments of doubt. Then places must verify themselves. Objects are asked to prove their solidity. A searching hand makes inquiries upon the surface of a window. Afterward, there are intense seizures of suspicion that will not abate. Everything seems to be on the verge of disclosing its unreality and drifting off into the shadows. And the shadows themselves collapse and slide down rooftops, trickle down walls and into the streets like black rain. One's own eyes stare absently in the mirror. One's mouth drops open in horror.